Hello, everyone. Playing some more Derail Valley. Intentionally did not take my ADD meds, hoping I can be more spontaneous today and not just, stare blankly while I'm running the train. The problem is, this means I get bored at the drop of a hat and lose interest in something, and the time it takes a YouTube video to start playing from the time you click on it. Miserable existence, but maybe it'll get me to be more talkative. We'll see. Is this the right save file? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. Where's the station? Over here, I think. Here it is. Alright. I can get a DM3 license and an SO60 license. Don't want shunting. Deliver empty Treg containers. $7,000 job. Scrap metal delivery to the steel mill. Let me see this. What is... Doesn't have one. Okay. Let's fix that. Is there a shop? Yes, there's a shop. It's one of the better shops. I don't know what I could do that's interesting. How much was it for the DH4 license? I think it was 50,000. Yeah. Hmm. Past the shop. Digital speedometer. I could use that. Rotary controller, flashlight. Medium mount strip. I would like one of those. That is not what I clicked on. Clicked on that. You know, the $3,000 price tag versus 100 really should include me in on that. There we go. Mine. That is very blatantly the same model as the shop, and it throws me off every time. Here's my locomotive. Cable flapping in the wind. Place that there. Electric hand drill. That is facing the wrong direction. How do I get it off? I need a hammer. Couldn't tell that it was facing the wrong direction. I need a hammer. I always get lost in here at night. That's the station. You mean the goods factory doesn't have a hammer? There it is. $300 for a hammer. I would hate to live here. Give me that. There. That is not how soldering works in the least. Yep, other direction. I want that to show me switches up to 300 meters ahead. Okay then, time to take a job. Not that, not that. There's a map right here. Okay, so I am here. The steel mill would be over here. Have to either come up here and take the loop, or come down here. D7 outbound. D7 outbound is this one. Okay, I have to retrieve the caboose, stick it on the end, and then do it all again. Yeah, I could stand a refuel. Okay. Good. Just me and the slug. Come out here. Go back that way. Grab the caboose. Stick it on the end of the other train, and I think we'll loop through the oil well north. Yeah, now it shows. The direction of the switch, it's aligned left. Use another one of those here. Yeah, 9 miles an hour is so slow. Almost perfect coupling job. And now back out. That is already lined correctly. Line left. D7, yeah, that's this one. That stops, this does not. Couple. Couple. Open. Yep. No. Click. And now we run forward again to the other end of the train. I want this track. Why are your lights not set? Helps to hit the right button, by the way. Just in case you didn't know. Let's be honest, you don't watch people play it safe, you watch people play it dangerously, because that's more interesting. Ah, the slug does have lights, okay. That was too much brake. Not quite prepared to say that was perfect, because I don't know if it's close enough. It's not. Now then, let's get moving. Make sure that is the direction. Yes, left, right, and then we go, and then we blaze through the passenger station. Okay. B1 loading, B2 storage, and there's a wagon there, or a car, depending if you use American or British English, not respectively. Alright, let's kick into gear. That's down a hill, I probably shouldn't. Yeah, I'm accelerating a bit too much. Now then, I want to go to the right. I should go. I forgot to. Forgot to refuel the locomotive. I kind of want to do that. Problem is, every time you service it, you have to turn the handbrake off again. And cut the brakes back in. That is set to the right. That is the direction I want to go. I want to go right this time. Into the oil well. Have a look around and come back out. Don't mind me, I'm just passing by. Sorry guys, not here to do anything useful. I just have to make a U-turn. That was close. How long has the engine been off? Probably since I serviced it. There's a Y in here? Okay, it's a line to the right. That's good. That's the direction I want. I said an hour for this job. Ah, that's the service shed. That's a switch I think it is. I needed a line to the right. That is not the switch I think it is. I needed a line to the left. Okay. Now you're supposed to sit at these controls by pressing X. There's no chair. I need this one outlined to the right. Keep bumping my mic. That's something I should be doing. $60 to the left, 100 to the right, and immediately turns back to 60. Oh my, I should have pushed this one in. Okay. Well, I can do a Dutch drop. Terrible idea, but I can do it. I'm sure this would be a lot more interesting, and that just appeared out of nowhere. I've had the graphic settings turned up, but I am kind of obsessed with performance in my games. I don't know, I don't understand people who crank the graphic settings all the way up and then complain, oh no, this game runs poorly, it's terribly optimized. Maybe if you turn the settings down? Uh, Still a while yet. There's the steel mill. Okay, lines to the right. For the power, that's good. Okay, I got it. That's A7 if memory serves. A6 incoming is that one, I think. Uh-oh. Yeah, a bit of one. Get me on the caboose, thank you. On. Perfect. Alright then, let's uncouple here. Uh, Welcome to the stream, by the way. Marty? Is that your name, Marty KR? Welcome. Now then, let's go find my locomotive. I put the brakes on before I abandoned it, so it shouldn't have run off. There it is. Okay. Nothing wrong with it. And I couldn't do that again if I tried. What'd I forget? Ah, the handbrake. You know, just to mess with the yard hands, I could put it. Oh, I could tighten that one. Let's see. Drop that in there. There we go. $18,000. I'm doing fine. How are you? Playing Derail Valley today. No real goals in mind. Might get the DH4 license. Let's see here. Insurance copay up. Ah. I like how they think I am less of a liability when I'm just starting out. I think it's hilarious. Turntable. Aren't you? Since when are you a DM3? Aren't you normally a DE6? Wait a second. I can only restore it after I have the license. Well, that answers the question of what I'm doing next. What is this? I can't even tell what this used to be. Boxcar, maybe? Let's go restore that that DM3. Oh yeah, it's scrap. The question is what kind of vehicle it used to be. And I didn't know it was random because every time I've looked, it's been a DE6. So, yeah. Oh, I probably left that running, didn't I? You'd think these things would have keys. Insert wallet to pay. I'd much rather just have a, credit card. Oh well. See, come down to DM3. Right, insert wallet. Gets me every time. into the bin with you. Let's see, it was over here. No, no, that's not it. Work train, that's what you're going to be. Tow it home. You sure I can't just stick it in this service bay right here? That's what it's for. Okay. Let's see here. Turn that. Okay, that's lined correctly. Switch. That's lined correctly. Gotta go through all the rigmarole again. Gotta remember to cut in the brakes. I always forget that step. Because it doesn't squeal unless you connect it to something. Yeah, I know it has to be the museum. Valid gameplay reasons, I'm just complaining. So right now I have a choice. I can run up to the oil well and turn around, which I really should have done to begin with. Or really rather should not have done to begin with. Or I can drive Caboose first, or I can drive Slug first. I guess we'll see which way gets us to City South better. Probably Slug first. Reversers forward, let's go. I do play on lower settings, yes. I am a bit obsessed with performance in my games, and I've just never tried on higher. I just honestly haven't tried on higher vegetation. Let's try it. Wow, this railroad has been neglected. That's... Whoops. I forgot to throw the switch. Brake again. Yeah, sure, throw it into emergency to go from 5 to 0. Why not? Throw. Come on. Come on, notch 3 got places to be. Ah, I have an ah, I have an A7 laptop with an NVIDIA card from about 2020, and the game won't even launch. 16 gigs RAM. I don't know how much VRAM is on the card, but um, the game won't even launch on that on that um, on that card. It may just be old drivers. I know I had to revert them at some point, but I don't know what it is. So I'm playing on this machine instead. Brakes. I mean, it's not like it matters anyway. This thing's dead. Normally, you don't want to let this thing ever get above 30 kph, but like I said, it's dead. Who cares? Uh, uh, reverser is in neutral. Throttle is all the way closed. Okay, we're fine. This is my first playthrough, so I've never actually driven one before, but I've read the wiki a lot. Now then, come on. Really though, every railroad I've ever seen in real life would fire their maintenance workers if there was anything growing through the tracks like this. Come on, gotta hit the. Come on, Scarius, hit the right button. Switch. There we go. And every train needs a caboose, so we'll go grab the caboose. You know what? I'll leave it in throttle 1, go check the station house, and now I'm completely disoriented with all the vegetation around. Because I'm used to there not being any. See if there's anything to go to City South. Nope. Well, you really are meant to sit down in this one. Notch 2. Notch 3, come on. Yep. Ah. Then your laptop is more powerful than mine. But it is about the same power as this desktop I'm running on. Come on. That is one of the best couplings I think I've ever done. And I still haven't hit the buffers. You know, I could do all that the hard way, or click. All right then. So, get to City South from here. We want to go south, obviously. Looks like I'm going to be running Caboose first. Turn off the brakes. Yep. And it has 2 gear shifts. For you'd think a total of 6 gears to worry about, but you can skip one of them. I think it was 1-3? Or was it 3-1? But there is CMS on the way. I have not tried to connect a second DE2 to the slug. I know the slug can only draw power from one of them, or at least I think it can. I haven't actually seen the question addressed anywhere. But I also haven't seen a need to do so yet. According to the advice given, it's more like 1-3 and 3-1 are so close to each other that you can that 1-3 can basically be skipped in terms of power and speed. That was a very interesting thing to land on. CMS is Coal Mine South, I'm guessing? Yeah, Coal Mine South. Are there any jobs here for Coal Mine South? I doubt it. But let's check. Nope. No. 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 Okay. That was the only real station on the way, so... Next stop, City South. Oh, it does draw power from both. Okay. Would be real helpful if the caboose came with the fast charger it said it, fast charger the changelog said it came with. But no, that's not here anymore. I'm on the easiest difficulty, because, like I said, this is my first playthrough, and I still have no idea what I'm doing. Having book knowledge and having experience are a bit different. You know, just a tad. Normally, when moving Mavis here around, because she's a British Rail Class 04, and that's a British Rail Class 04, you would want to never ever let her get above about 30 kilometers an hour. But she's already dead. Who cares? Reminds me of what I'm thinking about. I should probably actually bring up the YouTube stream. Come on, click. Thank you. Oh dear. Think we want to go left? Yes, left. And change it from generic entertainment to gaming Derail Valley. There we go. And the controls for inventory always get me. Gonna go left, left, right. Yeah, the changelog when the caboose was introduced said it came with a battery charger. Apparently that was removed at some point. But they never put that in the changelog. Yeah, caps lock, tab. Just Alt to go into mouse mode. I have to put my brain into a different train of thought, if you will pardon the joke, to play this game. Just because the controls are so different from everything else I've ever played. Oh, this is a different caboose? Okay. But yeah, the changelog didn't actually mention when they changed it out. So, how fast we going? 36? It's fast enough to kill Mavis back there. Yep, there are standard conventions, but they're just that, conventions. They're not mandatory. And swing hard to the left. What gets really annoying is when you play 3 games on the regular, all of them use different control schemes, but 2 of them are mostly similar. So it's just familiar enough to cause you problems. Factorio to Satisfactory and back gets me every single time. Always fumbling around for a couple minutes until I remember. Well, I should just say just until my brain switches gears. And here I think I want to go. I hesitated. I wanted to turn right. And now I'm gonna try and bring a DE6 up. Sorry, DE2 up a grade. That's gonna be fun. Not as bad as I thought. All right. Let's try that again. Notch 11, go to heaven. You know, I find it amazing that people watch Derail Valley content at all, despite that being how I found this game. Because 90% of the time, this game is boring to watch. Yes, when playing it, it keeps your attention. It kind of forces you to pay attention. But when you're watching, there's nothing to do that. So content creators have to find something else to entertain people with. And I found that when I play this game, I normally don't talk enough. It's not like I have a lot of life experience to chat about. And I definitely don't run any trains. Though I did go to a train museum once. The remaining 10% is very interesting. Things like shunting. You're about to hit your copay, so you may as well just blow up every explosive every explosive car you see. The mistakes get interesting, but if the player is competent, there's very little to actually hold your attention. And yet, if the railroad around here wasn't CSX, I would still love to apply for a job with them. CSX are jerks. They do not have a safety culture. If the train is scheduled for 10 a.m., they call you at 3 a.m. saying it's ready, come tow it. You're supposed to come run it regardless, even though it's a terrible idea. I did not pay attention. Which one is the through track? Well, guess I'll find out. That would have been it, but I think this will take me through as well, it looks like. Yeah, it will. It just won't be as clear of a shot. Yeah, I love running the DE2 with the slug, because the DE2 on its own is basically worthless. It's a shunting locomotive. It's not supposed to pull heavy loads. It's not even supposed to leave the yard. But with the slug, while it still can't pull all that much, it can pull a lot more it can pull safely. Always free. Good to know. I don't think I've ever actually run through that station before. I've been to City South, obviously. I have the museum license. But let's cut that throttle back a little bit. But I went on the harbor track for that. And I didn't go through coal mine. How's the audio balance, by the way? Can you hear everything okay? Yeah, oh, yeah, that's said correctly, okay. What's my speed? Fine. Speed limit 70 and going down. I think I'll just stick with throttle 2. Nah. Says, what, throttle 5 on the DE2 because it has 11 notches? Very clear, but can hardly hear the engine. Well, the engine is 2 vehicles away. Oh, I can turn up the game a little bit, I suppose. I just turned up the game by 10%. From 50 to 60, I think it was. Yeah, 50 to 60. Got a tunnel coming up. Dark in here. And I love how the slug's lights pierce. I find that pretty funny. $70 and dropping, I think it said. We'll cut the throttle back. Let's throw in a little bit of brake. Really? Okay. Did that say, wait, did that say 50? I'm going to assume it said 50. $60. Close enough. Put that in throttle too. With the doors shut, the DE2 is very quiet. Yeah, there is a lot of electrical whine here. What does that say? 60? How fast am I going? 58? Let's put on a little bit of brake. Now then. Memory serves from watching heists. I have to go out onto the main line and then push back in. This is going to be fun. Yeah, let's not barrel through the passenger station at, what, 35 miles an hour, thereabouts? I don't think I ever bought Olaf's garage key either, so I'm gonna have fun moving the parts around. Excuse me. Luckily, the turntable in the museum is very, very big. Yep, out onto the main line and then change direction. That's Olaf's garage. I do not have the key. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and slam it into emergency right now. They won't stop in time. don't want to be in the cab. I want to be over here. Now then, reverser, throttle. Yeah, I might install Zybox Realism mod. Get some actual train brakes. Recovering from emergency. Application should not be this quick. I don't care how short the train is. Problem is, if I do that, since I'm actually running on Linux, I'm going to need a custom console. I mean, not custom console. I won't be able to use Steam to launch the game anymore, because I'll have to go through Unity Mod Loader instead. Yeah, 16 is probably good. Oh, right, I need to align the turntable. That's a very important thing to do. This way. You know what? Since this is the first one, let's do this properly. Where's the control box? I doubt this is it. This is probably a ticket booth. There is no control box that I can see. No, that's the office and it's inside a shipping container. My goodness. Ah, this place got hit hard by budget cuts. Okay. Oop, other direction. We'll at least pretend we're doing it properly. DE2. DM3. Now then, which direction am I going? Is it? I see control stands, but I don't see a place for but I don't see a place out off the turntable for an operator. Oh well, not important. Back into forward. Oh yeah, yeah, I do the same. It just felt right to, for once, use the actual control box and then use the keyboard shortcuts from there. Fund the missing parts purchase. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to afford that for a while. But We've got our first locomotive in the shed. That is way too much speed. $15,000. Yeah, I do have that. Huh. I can take this fan. Interesting. The keyboard belongs up here. Okay, so they could afford a wireless mouse. The ashtray, as far as I'm concerned, belongs in the garbage. Nothing I can open in there. And same here. Normally this would be a great place to end stream, but I tend to stream for 3 hours and it's only been 1.5. Near the office is a pillar with turntable control. Ah, yep. I thought I heard the motor revving there for a moment. We'll get you fixed up, Mavis, don't you worry. Now then, Olaf's garage key is what, 18,000? I think it depends on difficulty, and it's way up north. Like, it's nowhere near City South. When I say it's up here, whatever CP is, it could be wrong though. Nope, it's not CP. Coal power plants, right. Yeah. I've seen the S060's demonstrator paint, and that is lovely. I hope they all look that nice. That is one of the nicest paint jobs for locomotive I've ever seen. That's lovely too. So are these. That one makes me think of Union Pacific. And I've seen almost exactly that paint job out in the wild. And then we have this silly looking thing. Park on the right. Did I put this in the right spot? I did. Nah, no, that's not Thomas the Tank Engine. His paint job, that is clearly Gordon's. All it's missing is the face. Now then, Olaf's garage key for the rail utility vehicle is very useful. Hello, Jacob, over on Twitch. Derail Valley. Olaf's garage key unlocks the DM1U. That's in the machine factory. That's a ways off. See if I can make any money getting up there. Yeah, or I could grab the URV and carry two cars, two pieces of parts. I wouldn't say this game's hard to play, Jacob. It is my first playthrough, and I am on the easiest difficulty out of 3. But I wouldn't say it's hard, no. It's not for everyone though. It's for those who want to know what it's like to actually be an engineer on a railroad. And they haven't gamified all that much. Only things I can think of off the top of my head are the time to actually heat up a steam locomotive. It's 5 seconds instead of the normal, oh, I don't know, 15 minutes? Ah, no, I have not. I have found only the one demonstrator. That's the only locomotive license I've unlocked, except for the DE2. I know where to find the rail utility vehicle, but I need to get up to Machine Factory North for that. Sorry, Machine Factory in town for that. City South, where's the station house? Alright, so I face this way. This is north. Station house is to my southwest. Lighthouse. Here it is. Where's the guy controlling the switches? Hmm. There is something I can haul to the machine factory. Now, it was the machine factory I wanted, right? Yes. City South Freight Hall 76. It's not all the cars. I don't think there were any splody boys, or merely flammable boys. That's too long. So that means it's this one. Oh hey, these are refrigerated cars. Might also be this one. 01, definitely not 76, that was it. I could take this locomotive, or I could attempt another Dutch drop to get my caboose in the right spot. Yeah, uh, a few hours is probably right. I'm not actually a railroad guy, but I was cheating the 30 minutes like to get a boiling kettle. Since it is the same principle, I was kind of hoping, especially since you can get the fire up to about, oh, I don't know, 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, as opposed to the tiny, tiny amount of the potus uh, temperature relatively in your kitchen, but it's also a lot less water. Might as well poke around while I'm in here, see if there's any demonstrator locomotives lying around, like a DE2 or something. Don't see anything. Who just thinks there are garbage bags lying around? This is also a loading point? Yeah, I'm in North Texas. It is indeed hot. Now then, where's that flat car? No, 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 no. Here it is. And this clearly used to be another flat car. Or is this... That's just wheel trucks. Huh. No telling what that used to be. Okay. Can I fit the flat car on here with the ZE2 and the slug? We'll find out, I guess. Hmm. It's an open pit. So someone ought to put safety rails here. Oh, wait. There's already rails. Silly me. Get the ignition. Honestly, that's enough speed. Let's get the brakes. There we go. Pull forward. Yeah, sure. I'll send it into emergency to go from 5 to 0. Here it is. That's the wrong way. No, I need to think about this. We'll go this way because that's the orientation we want for the train out of here. Ooh, so close. There we go. Did I leave the brakes on? I left the brakes on. And brake is off. Not quite perfect. Good enough. Notch 3. Places to be. That is not where I threw myself. Here we go. Rather high trust society if you can just leave a bicycle out there. I was taught in California to never ever do that. And halt. Tighten the handbrake. I love the switch setter. Okay. Now we move forward. Pull back, couple into this one. And this is why train crews have multiple people. You shouldn't abandon your locomotive like this. At least not while it's moving. Yeah, that should be far enough past. Just barely. Throw. I like that all the stations have different layouts. That is nice. Deliver fiche. $76, yep. Come on. I'm impatient. This is absolutely not going to backfire on me in any way. I am never fast enough with that. And now we will back up further to pick up my caboose. Or rather, this is what, Reginald's caboose? Oh, yeah, I had to grab it from someone's garage anyway.